All right, DJ Nuts. This tutorial is for Daniel, and it's really not really a heavy tutorial. It's just I'm gonna copy and paste some code and try to explain it. But it's gonna show how to make a basic API. Really, not really an API, but just how you can connect an Android application using PHP to MySQL, and I might be able to show the MySQL piece of it, and if I can, I'll do it. I might need to do it in another video. If you guys request it, just let me know. Alright, that's it. So let's get started. First, you just need to create a new Android application, and I'm just going to call this simple API app. Okay, just I'm leaving everything default, default, and I'm just going to make it a blank activity. Leave all that the same. Finish. All right. So now we have a blank Android application. Next, I'm going to make a new project, and I'm going to do a PHP project. So we'll go there, new PHP project, and I'm going to call this API and finish, and just tell it yes, PHP perspective. So, and then I'm going to make a new PHP file and call it index.php. Whoops. Finish. And this is going to represent our API, our web service, and I'm just going to put a dummy JSON object in here. I just copy and paste that in there. So I just want to test to make sure this is working. So let me find, and that's a working application. Don't worry about that. Let's see. So I'm going to go in here and go API, and there's our dummy JSON object. All right. So next, we're going to go and do a few things in this blank Android application. So I'll go ahead and close this for now. And let's go to first I'm going to switch my perspective over to Java to make things a little easier. And go to resources, layout, active layout, or activity layout, and I'm going to look at it graphical. Alright, so now, and I got to keep it small because I'm just doing the 720p. We're just going to put a button in here. We're going to leave the hello world where it is, since this is just a very basic app. And we're just going to add one thing to the button. We can change the name. Let's call it, we'll just call it request. And we're going to add on click, Android on click, and then we're going to say get response. Oops. Response. Okay. So we'll do that, and we'll choose save. Okay, now that we have that done, we can just make sure that this is working. So even though we know it is, so we'll do run as Android application, wait for it to do its thing. Let's go down here, and there it is, button request. We get that nice crash, which is because that button on click doesn't know what to do, which is fine. Alright, now let's start to wire things up. So let's go into our main activity, and first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and begin. We know that TextView is there, so let's go ahead and add not texture, TextView. So I add TextView, and I'm just going to call it TV, and we'll import what we need by holding Control Shift and O. That'll get that going. So then we'll grab our TextView, and if you don't know how to find out what the TextView name is, which we saw it here, it's just TextView1 is the ID. So we're going to say TV equals, we're going to cast the TextView, and you're going to get find by ID. So we'll do find view by ID r dot ID dot text view. All right, so we have that. Now we have our text view. We'll be all right. My headset tends to turn off by itself, so sorry about that. All right. We're gonna be using the text view to add the response to that text view. Like I said, this is quick and dirty. Next, what we want to do is we want to make that button to where it will actually work. So that's we'll just do public void, and we'll do it's called get response. And you got to do view, and then let's import views. And you do Control Shift O just to bring in that class, and then I'm just going to do tv dot set text, and we'll just hard code this to say button clicked. Okay, so that's just that should work. So I'll just save this and go ahead and run the simple API app again. Going down. And there it is, button clicked. So now we need to just go ahead and get, we're going to put all the code for grabbing that web service object. And I'm just going to be copy and pasting this in from a couple of places. So I'm just going to go here, and we're going to do, and I'll try to explain it for you to you. All right, so see, we get those red lines. Control Shift O will import the proper classes. This is and this function does not exist yet, or this method. So let me go ahead and pull that method in as well, and I'll explain this. This is just for time reasons. You see, we got some more red. Control Shift O, and we'll go ahead and bring those in. So basically, what this is you're just going to open a new URL, and then you'll cast that to an HTTP. You'll cast the open connection. Just make the connection here, and once you make the connection, then you can go and you're going to pass this to the read stream, and you wrap that in a try just to make sure nothing goes wrong. If something goes wrong, it has somewhere to go. Then you just make a new read buffer to store the line, and then you're going to empty. You'll initialize the line variable, and here's our TB, our actual text view, and I just empty that out every time we click the button. Then here's our loop to read, and you don't really need that system out, but you just read all that stuff in. And basically, what we do is we're actually concatenating to this get text so that it will do each line and add it in as it reads. This, like I said, quick and dirty. It's a much better way of doing this. And once we do that, we'll run the simple app. And we click it. Oh, lordy. All right, let's see. Make sure I got it. Run simple app. We get this, get that. Got button clicked. Hold on, we get rid of button. We got button clicked. Gonna get rid of that. And even though it shouldn't matter. So text, TV set text, save. We'll try again. And see what we get. Request. And I'm gonna pause this for just a second. All right. One critical step that I forgot, I paused it for just a second to read the output so I wouldn't bore you guys. Also, make sure, because I had a note on the side of the screen here, just to make sure that in your manifest, you got to make sure you enable internet. So what you do is just open your manifest, go to the permissions, click on permissions, add uses, and then in uses, you're going to scroll on down to the internet and save. And then now, test your simple app. and then we hit it, and there it is. So now that's a simple JSON object. So then from that point, you would parse JSON like you would do in any other application. So then if you want to, you can, like, if you want to do a simple MySQL thing here. So let me I'm gonna open MySQL Workbench real quick and see if I can locate a very simple thing. I'm not gonna format this in any kind of any kind of like JSON object or anything like that. I'm just gonna probably just run a query real quick. But here we have a simple to-do list. Let's see. All right, so you see we have some to-do items. I'm sure. Well, I don't even know if this is necessary. If you guys want me to actually go through and do some MySQL stuff, I will. But I think I've achieved the purpose of this. If you want to actually, if you want me to do something more advanced kind of thing, because I do have a more advanced API that does a lot more that I can go through. But that's just this example, just to kind of show how to get do a web call or whatever, and just get a feed, and I do posting and all the other stuff. So just let me know if I should go more in depth. I probably have bored you guys already. All right, that's it. Later.